Hello all. Today we ask, who goes to trial under our racist criminal justice system? In films like 12 Angry Men, we see how things are supposed to work. Trials are messy and chaotic, but so is life. A jury trial is a good way to deal with the complexities of a criminal case or a civil dispute. The jury delivers justice, and the judge makes sure that the process remains fair and legal. It's a fundamentally democratic institution, and it still works well. The problem is that 19 out of 20 convicted criminals never got one. The American system is what is known as an adversarial one. If you are accused of a crime, the prosecutor is your enemy. He is responsible for proving that you did something wrong, and you are responsible for proving that you are innocent. If you're like me and have savings, and have parents with savings, you can afford an expensive criminal lawyer. This guy will take thousands of dollars, but he's worth every penny. Prosecutors aren't interested in fair fights. They're much more interested in fighting people who don't have resources. Every defendant is guaranteed some kind of representation. But the public defenders, the free lawyers, simply don't have the time to prepare trials for all of the dozens of clients that they are managing. Which brings us to plea bargaining. Under this process, the prosecutor and the individual will agree on a punishment and avoid a trial. Both parties get to avoid the expense, and the prosecutor will usually agree to a lower punishment in order to get a quick win. If you have a high-priced lawyer, you are just as likely to get a plea bargain, but the deal will reflect how intimidating your lawyer is. You are likely to plead guilty to a lesser charge and have to perform some kind of community service. If you don't have an expensive lawyer, you are likely to plead guilty and get a couple years in jail. The prosecutors get to set the rules of this game. They start the negotiation by deciding what you are charged with. If they see that you have a public defender who doesn't want to go to trial, they will charge you with everything. They will charge you with multiple counts of the same offense. And they will add on more severe charges that they would never be able to prove. Every day in this country's courts, people without resources are faced with terrible choices. Do they go to trial with poor representation and risk spending a decade or two in jail due to inflated charges? Or do they take a deal and just lose a year or two of their lives? A person's guilt or innocence often has very little to do with this decision. A defendant can see how little time his attorney has for him, and might make the rational decision that a trial just isn't worth the risk. These decisions mean that people of color go to jail for crimes they did not commit. Even those who are guilty are punished much more harshly than those who can afford expensive lawyers. If we want a better justice system, we must find a way to improve access to its most basic institution. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.